Harris Show. I'm your host, Jamal Radio Raheem Harris, and I'm with my sister, co-host, Angie Ange. So the news is crazy. We just gonna hit on a couple topics. We're not gonna hit on everything, so don't ask. First, we're gonna talk about Greg Abbott and his trans, I guess, ban. I don't even know what to call it. Give your opinions on it.
Okay, so for those who don't know, this man, Greg Abbott, of Texas, put a ban on healthcare basically for gender affirming trans minors, right? And this man made it to where parents will now be investigated for child abuse for allowing their child to be transgender. And he has caused, or is going to cause, a fucking uproar. Doing this is going to hurt so many children and parents. Like, how do you justify allowing it's so like, how do you justify allowing hate to this level, to where you're going to now investigate parents for allowing their child to be free of who they want to be? And I just feel like it's fucked up, because now there's so much corruption that's about to go on. Do you know, like, I just feel like so many people are going to use that to hurt. I was reading this article and I was talking about how, like, what about in custody, like, battles, like how easy someone could just be like, well, they're letting their child be transgender, then boom, now it's a problem. It's so much like hurt that's gonna happen in that community. Like, I just feel my heart goes out to them.
Yeah. I think it's weird. I think it's weird that we police other people's bodies.
Right.
I just find it weird that people care enough about another person's body that they are going to pass a law that determines what somebody can do with their body, especially my child. Like, I don't really care what your people's opinions are on somebody identifying as trans or whatever. If they want to identify how they want to identify, that's them. That's their life at the end of the day. I think Texas is showing, they're setting a blueprint too, which is like, they're setting a blueprint on how you can do these things for other states to follow if they wanted to follow this. And that's the thing that I'm kind of like, oh shit. Because I'm not surprised it's Texas. I'm like, oh, you're setting the blueprint on how you can get something like this done. Like, I don't understand though why people care so much on what somebody identifies as. I just never got that. I never did that. Even like when people be like, oh, you're too young. Like, I'm like, okay. I think there is if they're like 8 years old, I'm like, all right, that's too young. But like, who am I to determine that though?
I was about to say that. See, I'm glad you checked yourself, because I was about to say that.
8 is too young in my opinion, but that ain't my fucking child or my life. So my opinion doesn't matter.
Yeah, I just feel like people go so hard for shit that don't concern them. Like, why are you so concerned with what my child is doing? What my child identifies as? How does this affect your everyday life? It doesn't. People are so filled with hate. They're gonna jump on anything that will allow them to be hateful. Like, I don't get it. Like, okay, if you don't understand transgender people, whatever, okay, so just mind your business. Like,
I don't get, I mean, you can't answer this, I guess, but I don't get what there is to understand. Like, what are you trying, like, what are people trying to understand? it's pretty clear, like, hey, I don't see myself as the gender I was born as
Mm-hmm.
biologically or whatever,
Right.
the fuck y'all want to call it.
Yeah.
So
And
I see myself as this. That's pretty clear. I don't know what else needs to be understand. I don't care enough about how I'm just weird. I don't care about other people's how they identify and stuff enough to give a like to have an uproar. Like I don't care enough about
mhm.
that. I care
Yeah.
about what's going on with my life and me and
Hmm.
people around me. I don't give a fuck if somebody wants to somebody want to identify as a male. Okay,
I'm saying like why
that's how
I
they
don't
want to
get
identify. I
I don't
respect
get
them
why people
enough.
go so hard. And it's just like I will never understand like what it feels like to be transgender, but I could only imagine it doesn't feel great to not like the body that you have and to not feel like this was meant for you. But I just think it's fucked up because it's just gonna cause so many kids to have like all this internalized transphobia, like
I mean,
what this is about to do.
I don't think this is going to change people's hatred
Mm,
towards that group. I think it's going to justify it. Uh,
yeah.
I don't think it's changed. Like if you hate trans people, this ain't gonna change that at all. You,
Mhm.
all this is a justification.
Yeah, it's
I
sad.
just think that like too like he knows he can't pass this law like just with the abortion law.
Hmm.
So he's having regular people snitch and do stuff like that because you can't pass this law because that's unconstitutional.
Yeah.
Like he knows that. Like he knows that. But there's no law saying that a regular person can't tell on another person.
Hmm.
He's kind of putting it on the people. Um, and he's just doing this shit for votes pretty much.
Yeah.
But I just think it's stupid. Like people always like are against like abortion or against trans or even like gay marriage. Like I just don't understand why do you care so much about like if your daughter got pregnant at 13, you gonna make your daughter have that baby? They
Some
probably not.
would.
They probably
It's
not.
crazy.
You know,
Some really would.
if
And
your
it's
daughter
like,
doesn't want to have that baby, she should not be forced to go through what is it, 9 months? I mean,
hmm
I guess it's technically 10, right? Isn't it
hmm
technically? But um, I don't think you should be forced to go through that. Just like I think healthcare should be free for everybody, though. I think it's fucking insane that if I break my arm, I ain't going to the doctors because whatever healthcare I got ain't probably gonna cover all that. I think it's insane that everybody can't get equal health.
yeah.
Like,
And then so that like healthcare is expensive. And so now put a like a restriction on trans kids.
on resources. I just
Like it's already hard to get them fucking resources.
for people who aren't trans. So
That's what
just
I'm
imagine
saying. Like,
how it's gonna be for people. It's just man.
I keep seeing these oh wait, you're frozen.
I'm not on my end.
You're frozen.
I'm frozen on your end, but I'm the one. Keep talking. Shit. That's gonna suck about editing.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
I heard
I
everything
just
you
think,
said.
oh, you did?
Yeah.
I just think, fuck, I lost my train of thought because I was like, you're frozen.
I,
Anyways, I keep seeing, oh, that's what I was saying. I keep seeing people say, well, if they don't like it, they can leave Texas. Nigga, who has that money to just up and leave and move their whole life?
I'm glad you said that about the. I have a pet peeve with the people who be like, if you don't like it, just leave. You
Yeah.
don't like it, just. Did America do that? Did the country that you live in do that? They didn't like the taxes that they were getting put on by Britain. And guess
Mhm.
what? They didn't just leave, they fucking fought back. Why is it always something like that that y'all don't like? And then you can just leave. Oh, go back to Africa. Tell me,
Right.
pay for me to go back to Africa. Show me where I can go back in Africa, you know, where I'm connected, because you erased all my history that I have any knowledge of. You did that. But pay for me to go back. You think we wouldn't go back to Africa?
Put some
Y'all
money
need
on my
us.
card.
Y'all need us. We don't need you. It ain't that way. Y'all need black culture. Y'all need black people. Y'all need other cultures. We don't need y'all. Y'all eating bland food. We are what y'all need. Stop, go back to Africa. Pay for me to go back to Africa. I would gladly go. I will gladly go.
Yeah.
What the
Yeah,
hell?
it's just wild. I just and like reading the comments. I don't know why I read the comments.
I don't know
Like
why you would do that.
it just reminds me so many people are so ignorant and just they choose to be that way, and it's sickening, and I'm just like, I don't get it. I don't. But I just pray for the kids in Texas, pray for the parents who are about to go through all this crazy shit. And yeah, it's about to be interesting to see how this plays out.
What happened to snitches get stitches too?
They don't give a fuck. There's no money reward or anything. This is just, that's why I said it's pure hate.
But all right, moving along. We're gonna
Some more
talk
hater
about
shit.
some Meg Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez, DJ Academics. You could go ahead and take the floor on this one.
Okay. If y'all don't remember, Tory Lane shot Meg. He shot her.
Allegedly,
I think this is like
allegedly.
going on
We
2
have to
years
say
now.
allegedly because we can't be getting
Okay,
sued.
Tory Lane's allegedly, but we know he did shoot Meg Thee Stallion, right? So this case has been going on for a minute. It keeps getting pushed back, pushed back, pushed back. And DJ Academics decided to hop his little 2 cents in the whole situation and reported falsified documents, like, of the court, even though the proceeding didn't even start yet. And it was just a whole bunch of drama surrounding that. Tory Lane's still denying it, even though we know he did it. Meg is just expressing her hurt and anger, how this shit, like, this is her life, and people are like making fun of her. Yeah, and academics got real. Did you read all that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he got real spicy. Like, okay, academics, I didn't know you get down like that, because you don't. Yeah, it was just a whole clusterfuck, and I just thought it was crazy how people forget that this man assaulted her. Like that was just a minor part, apparently. Like, this man shot her. Hello. Yeah. That's the whole gist, the summary of what was going on.
I have a lot. I
Mm.
don't want this to be a long ass episode either, but
Okay, give us brief bullet points of how you
I
feel.
personally think I'm gonna just hit on the academics first.
Okay.
I think that nigga is a sucker.
Mm-hmm.
I have never seen him go at any man like this at all. At all.
Mm-mm.
He have him in his face, won't do nothing, won't say
I
nothing.
literally saw a interview of Vic Mensa calling him a bitch to his face.
Yeah.
I was like,
which he deserved, mind you, too, with the whole Chirac stuff.
mm-hmm.
Like that, that's a lifestyle them people were living, and you making money off of it.
Yeah.
I think academics is just corny, like the whole Henny thing, and like that's corny. Like, but I get, like, this is what he does. I just feel like for people who actually like music and like talking about music, I think it's corny that somebody like him gets clicks and views and has been propped it up. When I'm like, there's so many people out here who are like, and I'm just not even just myself. There's people that I be listening to talk about music, a whole bunch of people on TikTok, a whole bunch of people I listen to their podcast who actually talk about music, who dissect the music, who go into details on music and culture. And he just controversy with the Chirac stuff,
Mm-hmm.
or like the Brittany Renner stuff that he brought, like all this stuff with him is controversy.
Yeah.
But he never does. There's nothing he gonna be held accountable for. If it does come out, and when it does come out that Tory Lanez did what we think he did, what he don't have to say sorry. He don't have to do nothing. All he gonna do is go to the next issue, attacking somebody. He always attacks black women too, mind you. Black women that he's attacking. He
Sure
ain't
do.
attacking any other race. It's always black women. And like they be making it hard for me to even promote the podcast because I'm like, damn, I'm in front of a microphone. And I'm like, I know it's hard if
Yeah.
people gotta trust the man with podcasts. And I'm like, look, we good out here. But academics is just a clown.
Yeah.
Like he is a clown. Oh gosh. Like I wish it was about the music. I really do wish it was about just talking about music that gets you however far, people making an actual talent. Like I wish that's what it was, you know. Like, do I wish harm on him? No, I don't wish harm on anybody. But like
Right.
that's some sucker stuff, really. Like
Yeah, it's just like, why are you reporting on some shit you don't even know?
um party, shout to him, you know, but you can't fight everybody, my guy. You
No,
gotta
honestly though, but I respect it because they were talking crazy at her.
people talk spicy. Like
Party was like, fuck this.
when I said Tory Lane shot like people we should leave in 2021, and I said Tory Lane, people were talking spicy to me.
Mhm.
And a couple of them, I don't know if it's out of character. I told them pull up. Like I got tired of the just imagine like I got tired of it. Just
Mhm.
imagine Meg the Stallion getting thousands of hateful
Every
comments
day.
by men and women who are like you're faking it and
Mhm.
blah blah, you're trying to put a black man down,
Yeah.
etc. I got those comments. I got called a pick me. And I'm like, dang, I got thousands of comments. I had to block so many people, delete so many comments. Like, I'm not leaving this shit on my videos. Like, and I'm like, if I had to do that, can you imagine somebody of her stature dealing with that?
And
That's
sometimes I feel so bad for her because that's
because
that's gotta be hard.
and I want people to understand. I don't think people know how court works. As somebody who had to take somebody to court, that shit gets pushed back all the time. That's a normal thing. And
Mhm.
it can take months and months and months to years for your case to
That's
finally
why
be
people
solved.
be sitting in jail for so
The
long.
reason why people be sitting in jail most of the time too, because one, the bond is way too high, or
Mhm.
there ain't no bond, or you know, they are a threat to society.
Mhm.
If you got money, usually you out of jail
Mhm.
most of the time. You are out of jail. You ain't going to jail if you got money. Even if he doesn't, like, even if he gets off the case and win the case, because OJ won the case, people.
Listen,
That does
I'm
not
so
mean
glad you said
you
that.
are innocent. That means they couldn't prove your guilt. It's a
Mhm.
big ass difference.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I'm more like
I just wanted to end.
scared for her. Like if he gets off, the reaction everyone's gonna have is it's gonna be like, told you he didn't do it. But it's like, when did y'all start trusting the justice system? That's what I want to know.
Niggas start trusting the justice system only when it's like to help their cause they stand for.
I don't get it.
I'm like,
I
oh, so
don't
now
get
you a warrior for like
it. Mhm.
justice system. Now you like all this when beforehand you're like F the police, F
Mhm.
everybody. Like I don't trust the justice system at all. Like at all. There
Yeah,
ain't nothing that has changed in this span to give me like a trust in the system
you're right.
at all. Like what? Like when what's his name? Ahmaud Arbery got killed and they said it was nothing. They tried the lady said it was nothing, the judge said it was nothing, it's not even worth going after the men because it's not enough evidence when there was clearly enough evidence.
Yep. Yes,
Brock
I
Turner raping women got a slap on the wrist.
Listen,
And
that's what
y'all
I'm
trust the
saying.
justice system? Y'all trust the justice system? Let's not go
Wow.
back to the history that happened to Black people.
Yeah.
Black men who are defending Tory Lanez, you should be ashamed of yourself. Black women, especially who are defending him,
Shame.
y'all need to
Reevaluate some
because
things in
like
her life.
what we could acknowledge, some abuse happened that night.
Mm-hmm.
That's got to be acknowledged.
They don't even believe that she got shot, which is so fucking mind blowing to me. I'm like, you niggas done lost your mind.
I'm like, what did people think happened? Like, if you don't think she got shot, okay, so what happened?
Right. I don't get it. I just, my heart goes out to Megan. I hope she has a good team around her, good people around her to keep her sane with all this shit.
I mean, even if you do, it's still every time you click on Instagram, she's probably getting DMs from strangers and
I'm sure
messages from strangers. Like, it's like a whole, it's like it's like Kanye, right? With the whole Pete Davidson shit. I know it's about to be a quick episode, but clearly not. But Kanye with the whole Pete Davidson thing.
this man was bullying him.
This man literally got his fan base to bully this man off Instagram.
And then brag about it. I'm like, oh my fucking God.
Like trying to keep me from my kids. I'm like, yo, if they are keeping you from your kids, the behavior you are showing is the reason why to keep you from your kids.
Right.
You don't seem sane at all. Like, I just recorded a podcast, wrap it up, finally bring that shit back. And I just talked about my issues with Kanye for a long time. I had to cut it. Like, because I don't want the episodes to be too long. I'm trying to keep them like no more than 20 minutes, to be honest. And I'm like, I had to cut it because
he's done a lot in the last 2 weeks.
like, bro,
it's like
I don't even think I'm like, yo, Skeet Davidson, like that's not even creative.
It's bullying.
I'm like, Skeet Davidson. I was like, so who's he skeeting on, Kanye? The woman that you're trying to get back?
That's a crazy way to get somebody back.
Right? That ain't love.
It's crazy. But yeah, the whole I just wish we need to do better as a people. And
Whoa. Really, this ain't this ain't a we as a people.
They need to do better as
this is as people. Like, we need to bring back beating somebody's ass. Like, just giving them hands. Or just squaring up and just fighting and going to a dark room and then coming out. Like, bring that back. You know what I'm saying? Like, because some people need to get hands put on them. Ain't no way. Like, if I had a sibling who was in a situation and a nigga is gloating on the internet about what they just, like, I'm innocent. You ain't gotta even worry about what the court going, because I'm gonna find you. We gonna
worry. I'm gonna be like, my brother gonna take care of you.
No, say all that. We gonna
what you say? I'll call my brother right now.
Oh, word.
It's gonna take him a minute to get here.
There's like 10 of us. We deep.
But yeah, no. This week I was just like, is this real? Like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, the news. If this episode seems like a negative episode,
sorry, it was a negative week.
We left out the big elephant. Obviously, if you watch the news, you already know. So I just don't want to.
I was like, what's the big elephant? Yeah, we're leaving that out because
I just don't want to talk about that.
That's heavy. That's so depressing. I don't want to.
That's too much.
Yeah.
But
turn on your local news.
Pay attention to your news.
Go on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. It's there. You'll figure it out.
Shout out to Black people. Y'all, Black people can joke about literally anything. Jesus Christ.
Jokes have been hilarious.
Gosh, on TikTok, I be feeling so bad laughing at some of this stuff. Like, y'all niggas joke about everything.
Yeah, that's so funny. the situation isn't, but they make it better. I would say, do you want to end with something positive? But I
Um,
don't have anything.
yeah, I don't have nothing. So this has been the Harris Show. We'll see
Like,
you all next week. Peace out.
bye, stay safe.